welcomes our guest parent today. She's Sena's mother, who's in the Baikala branch, and she's in a pre-nursery class. So she is Mrs. Sakina Patrawala, founder of Zeal Wellness. She's a registered dietitian and a sports nutritionist by profession. She has worked with leading health clubs, gyms, and fitness centers. She is involved in nutrition seminars in schools, corporates, and residential societies. Over to you, Mrs. Sakina.
Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you, for inviting me today, giving me this opportunity. So I just hope that I impart some value to all of you, all of you over here. Okay. So let's start just quickly. Few instructions would be that I had posted on the group also. Please keep yourself muted so that, we are not disturbing the flow of the presentation. Take a pen and a paper to note down the pointers you want to note down. And any questions, any doubts throughout the presentation, please post them on the chat section. We'll take the questions after the whole webinar is over. Okay, great. Fine. So let's start. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So how will you boost your child's immunity? Before that, I want to ask you all a very, very good question. What do you mean by health? Everybody. So I have written, some of things that I feel this is health, but I would like to know your answers as well in the chat section. You all can just post it down that what do you all feel, what is health? I'll give you a minute or two just to write it down in the chat section and then we can read it. Fast, everybody. Can I take the chat section? Okay. Yes. So being active, yes. Fitness, very good. Okay. What else? Energy levels, yes, they play an important role in, saying that whether you're healthy or you're not healthy. Mentally, emotionally, physically, well-being. Perfect answer, Aram Gaikwad ji. Perfect. Where mind feels peaceful, yes. Attention span, very, very good. So what I'm liking from your replies is good immunity. Yes, it also takes care of your health parameter. What I like is that we all have started thinking and linking health with mind as well. It's not just your body. That's more important. Okay. So let's quickly see what I have to share with all of you. Okay. So, okay. Physically fit, free from diseases, less visits to the doctor, increased energy levels, not feeling very lethargic. So by the end of the day, you don't feel like, oh my God, I cannot do further work and all of that. And not taking more medicines. So, you don't need to go again and again to the doctor and pop medicines inside. So, yes, you are on the healthier side. But as one of our parents also said, healthy mind plus healthy body is equal to a happy human. So you have to make sure that you're not stressed all the time, whether it is some kind of stress for work related or personal stress or whatever it is. So the more positive you think, we're going to come to that as well in the end of the presentation. How much ever negativity is away from you, the more positive you are, the more immunity is built. So make sure that you're more positive around you. Okay, now start with immune boosters. What do you mean by immunity, by the way? So immunity, that is your soldier system, your defense system, defense mechanism of your body to fight against any kind of diseases. We are not specifically talking about any one disease, but overall, not falling ill and cold, flu, any antibiotic that you need to take. So immune boosters will take care of your immune system basically. So what are these six basic that we are going to highlight today is vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, vitamin B6 and iron. Now these are very, very good in improving your immunity. So now what we will do is we will talk about each of these, what kind of foods have these vitamins and how can we include them for our children. So a very quick pointer that I want to note down here is when you are making something for your child, what are the basic pointers you need to remember is make sure it's well cooked. Okay. If it is something which is, you need to have it raw, fair enough, you can, but make sure it is washed well. Okay. Second point, make it presentable. So every child has obviously different ways to eat and different ways that they don't eat. I want this, I want that. So you need to handle that on your personal level. But the more presentable you make it, the more they easily finish it off. Okay. Do not force the child to eat, please. There is no specific quantity that a child has to finish or has to eat. How much ever he's eating, bingo, just take that. Okay. So we start with iron. That's the first line of defense for your immune system. So basic point that we need to remember is hemoglobin. We've heard of it. We do a normal CBC or blood test, we get to know about hemoglobin levels. What is hemoglobin? Iron is one of the content of hemoglobin. Iron and oxygen makes hemoglobin. Now what does this hemoglobin do? Transports the oxygen throughout your body. So you can imagine how important this hemoglobin is, and because of it, how important iron is in our bodies. Okay. All green leafy vegetables, spinach, methi leaves, and all of this are very, very good in iron content. Okay. I am specifically highlighting spinach. That's because children don't like it. So I want you all to include this, during this time, how much ever we can, in whatever ways we can, it is possible. So you can make soups. You can just saute it with a lot of vegetables and little butter. You can take soya granules and you can take spinach and you can make a dabba seek kind of a thing. The non-vegetarians make it in a different way, but for vegetarians, we can take the smallest, not the chunks, I'm talking about the granules, and you can add a lot of vegetables and place them in layers and then pressure cook them. Or you can even bake them, bake the dish. Dates, very, very good in iron. We all know about it. How can you include that in the diet? For the children, you can make smoothies. So try out curd, banana, and date. One small banana, date, and curd, blend it. Your smoothie is very, very yum, tasty. You don't even need to add sugar into it, because both of these fruits are very, very good in sugar. And you can garnish this with chopped nuts, or you can powder your nuts and you can garnish the smoothie with that. So you're giving the added extra benefit of that fiber and all the nuts, the nutrients that have in the nuts. Okay. You can have them raw, or you can have dates in the form of a date chutney. Okay. So whatever you're serving to your child, he or she can have it with the date chutney. So that's another added benefit. Instead of giving ketchup and all of that, a date chutney is very good. When you're making your green chutney at home, the coriander chutney, you can add good amount of date in it as well. I add coconut, I add date, I add cashew nuts in that green chutney that I make. So a lot of health benefits associated with all of this. Okay. Beans and lentils, extremely good in iron. How can you include these beans? I'm talking about those rajma, lentils, chickpeas, and all of that. You can make frankies. Just take the chapati, put the mixture, roll it up. You can make sandwiches. You can take tacos and canapes. So just that I want to show you guys. That's what we are seeing, the tacos. The second one is very, very good. These are small papads. So the papads is the base, and on top the topping is the rajma, the beans, and a little save and mint. And the canopies down, you can fill the canopies also with different bean mixtures. So any pulses that you want to take, you can take chana, you can take ragda, any pulses. So you're ensuring that protein is going into picture, and it looks very good, very tasty, and you get the canopies and all that are very easily available. So nothing that you need to worry about. It's like a change than the roti sabzi dal for the child. That's why you can make it as an evening snack also. Okay, fine. Moving on to the next point. um, Zinc, very, very important. So this zinc helps in wound healing. So whenever you get hurt, or you make sure that you're including any one of these sources, so the wound healing process becomes faster. Nuts, any kind of nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, all of these are very good. You can powder them and keep them in a box. You can add them in the milk. Make sure that the child is taking 2 glasses of milk in the day. So you can one of the glasses can have the almond powder or the walnut powder, and one glass can have a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric again is very, very good for your child to boost your immunity. You can either take it in warm milk, or you can just take very little warm water, add little haldi into it, microwave it for like few seconds, and then let the child drink that water. Okay. For flavor, you can add little honey if you want, but if you don't add, it's much better. You're getting the benefit of the haldi. Okay. And in the nuts section, you can also make a nut chart. So you can take all those nuts, chop them finely. You can add peanuts and chana into it. kakri, onion, tomato, and mix it with salt, pepper. Again, a very, very good nutty, crunchy chaat that your child can have. Beans, again, you can make it as a bean salad, or you can bake biscuit toppings also. So as we saw the papad as the this, you can take any kind of biscuit, NutriChoice, digestive Mari, or NutriChoice crackers, and you can make that make toppings on it, and you can give it. Whole grains, very, very good. So whole grains, I mean to say, is the wheat and all the cereals that we have, bajra, jawar, nachni. They are very good in zinc. Milk and all the non-vegetarian sources, they're all very, very good in zinc. To again show you, so with the whole grains we can make pancakes. A very quick recipe for all of you. You can take oats, and in the grinder, in the blender, you add oats. You can add the nuts powder. You can add whatever flavor you want. So I usually make banana pancakes. So I add banana and dates to it. Or sometimes if I don't add, I just add cranberries to it. And then I mix it well, little milk, egg, optional. And then I blend it. And then the whole mixture goes on the pan and the pancake is ready. The pancake, I make it in butter. So for the child, it's very good. You can make it in ghee or you can make it in butter. Okay. Pizzas, again, children love it. So how can you modify this? Is either take the wheat based ones, or you can make the roti as your base also for the pizza. But the point here was that the whole grain is very important for zinc. That is why I'm telling you to add wheat to it. And second reason is the colorful picture that you see is very important. The more vegetables and fruits you add to your child's diet throughout the day, you are ensuring that they're getting a lot of antioxidants to boost their immunity. Third picture, the pasta, very, very simple and plain, but the broccoli and the tomato is something that you need to highlight in this. They are very good to improve your immunity. Broccoli also has very good folate content. What does folate do? It improves your mood. So a lot of mood swings that go through your child, throughout the day, especially they are quarantined and they're at home and they want to get out of the house, and they're nagging behind you. So folate helps a lot in changing your mood, makes you feel happy, boost your mood. So broccoli is a very good ingredient in that. And lastly, we can see the whole wheat bread as a toasty. So you can put any filling on top, a topping, and you can either bake it or you can put it on the pan for some time, and then you can remove it and give it as a open bread sandwich. Okay, fine. Next is vitamin B6. So what does this do is it supports your various chemical reactions. So when your immune system is working in your body, there are a lot of reactions that are happening. So for that reactions to happen, vitamin B6 plays a very, very important role. What are the good sources? Green leafy vegetables, chickpeas, and cold water fish. So in terms of the picture that you can see, we've taken spinach and chickpeas. We are mixing both. Just steam the spinach and boil the chickpeas, and then you can saute it with whatever spices that you like, and your salad is ready. Okay. Next, we are looking into vitamin E and omega-3 fatty acids. We've heard a lot about omega-3, that the benefits, obviously antioxidant rich, and that's why it increases immunity. But what it does is it protects your cells, body cells, against oxidative stress. What do you mean by oxidative stress? Any kind of foreign body that reacts to your body cell and kills it, omega-3 plays an important role over there. It does not let the cell be killed, and it protects your cell. Okay. So the biggest, the best source currently would be for vegetarians would be flax seeds. Okay, extremely good. How to take them? And even for vitamin E, I would say all the seeds have good vitamin E levels. So pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, all of these. And for your child, it's like a very good snack. You give it in a small bowl in the evening, and they would like to pick it and eat it. You can even make it in a fun game activity, and you can make them eat. They would really like it. For flaxseed specifically, for all of us, even for we elders, 2 tablespoons is something that we can take in the whole day. What people usually do is they make a mouth freshener mixing all the seeds. But I would recommend you to keep it different, keep it separate, because we can at least know that 2 tablespoons of flax seeds are going in the day or no. Because if you mix all of this, you will not know whether 2 tablespoons of flax seeds alone are going or no. Okay. If you want to roast them, okay, there is a technique to roast. You cannot just, because if you over roast, the omega-3 content in the flaxseed will be lost. They are heat resistant. Okay, so there's no use of it. What you do is you put the pan on the on the gas, let it be hot, then switch off the gas, okay, and then you put the flax seeds on it, roast it just 2 times, and that's it. Remove it off the pan and powder it in the grinder. If you don't want to powder it, it's better to just keep it like this and chew it, because that little roasting opens up the cells in the flaxseed, and when you chew it, the churning action with your teeth removes all the omega-3 from the cells. Okay. How can you add flax seeds? You can add it in your chas. If you're powdering it, you can add it in your chas, you can add it in your flour, or you can add it to your cooked vegetable also, because it does not change the taste of your vegetable. Barely that 1 teaspoon of flaxseed powder in that entire vegetable of yours is not going to make a difference. Okay, fine. Next, vitamin A and vitamin C, the other two vitamins that we want to cover, they are filled in all the colored fruits and vegetables. So that is why in the initial showing you the pizza, I was mentioning that make it as colorful as possible. You can include these colorful fruits and vegetables in the form of salads, in the form of making sandwiches, frankies, pizzas. You can make soups. You can just simply saute a lot of vegetables and give it to your child however he wants to eat. You can add a bowl of hummus. Hummus is something which is made from chickpeas. So you can make you can serve sautéed vegetables with hummus to your child in the evening. So your child can pick up the veggie sticks, use the hummus as a dip, and can have it. Hummus is extremely good in protein. It's made of chickpea, so again very good in zinc and all the other vitamins, iron also. So you're giving a balanced evening snack with veggies and the hummus dip. Okay. Citrus fruits, very very good in vitamin C. Oranges, sweet limes, kiwi, grapefruit, lemon. Now lemon, what we can use is, because it's easily available and it's there in every household, whatever vegetable you're cooking, specifically the green leafy vegetables, which are very good in iron, we want that the body should absorb more iron. So for that, when you're serving the vegetable on the plate, I want you to sprinkle the lemon juice on the vegetable, the cooked vegetable, after it is served to you, not while cooking. Okay. So what happens is vitamin C increases the absorption of iron from the vegetable into your body. Okay. So whatever, for example, if you're making a bean salad or you're cooking a dal or a pulse, so again, if you sprinkle lemon just before eating, it'll make a lot of difference in your absorption level. A few quick, easy recipes that I've put down is tomato toppings. You can slice the tomato, you can put a slice of cucumber, or you can add mashed potatoes on top of it, or mashed chana, boiled chana on top of it. You can grate either cheese or paneer, and you can give this as a tomato topping as your for your child's snack. Khakra chaat, extremely good and yummy. I don't know if you guys are following my social handles or no, but one of my follower made this khakra chaat and he loved it so much. His mom makes it almost every second day, and he's posted on Instagram. He posted the photograph to me. I posted it on Instagram that it's very very yummy. So just take normal khakra that we make at home. You can crush it, add kakri, onion, tomato, and all the vegetables that you like, whatever spices you want to add, chaat masala you want to add, and squeeze a lemon into it, and your khakra chaat is ready. Fill your capsicums. So another good way to present is take your capsicum, scoop out the seeds from inside. Now fill this capsicum with whatever filling you want to add. It could be beans, it could be mashed potatoes. You can add a lot of paneer into it or cheese into it if your child likes it for taste. And you can bake it and you can present it. Rolls, sandwiches, very easy options and healthy options for your child. A nut chart that I had spoken about earlier, that's again a very good option. Why I put it over here is because in the nuts, you add a lot of vegetables to it. So you're balancing, you're getting all the vitamins and minerals that you require you to boost your immunity. Okay. Fine. So we come to the end. The last one is ginger and garlic. So these two are extremely good to improve our immunity. What we can do with garlic is, I really want to recommend that if you are using garlic for your cooking, please crush the garlic with the knife and let it stay for like 7 to 8 minutes. Do all your other preparation, cooking preparation, and then jab aap chauka laga rahe ho, when you're just about to cook in the oil, that time you just cut it and then you use the garlic. So what happens by crushing and then cutting and leaving it for like 7 8 minutes is, all the nutrients that are there, the compounds that are present in garlic, they are released. And then when you put it in the cooking into the oil, they're released into the food that you are making for your family. So So you're getting the benefit out of it. Okay. In terms of ginger and garlic, both, they are very good if you make juices out of it. You can take little honey, 1 teaspoon of honey, take the juice, and 1 pinch of turmeric powder. So this is, again, you can take 1 teaspoon in the morning, one in the evening. Very good to boost your immunity. Okay. A very good point, coming apart from the foods that we're talking about, exercise is very, very important to boost your immunity. It improves your, heart health, cardiovascular health. It also aids in weight loss, obviously. But for the child is always very energetic. We know our children, they're always playing in the house and they're doing something or the other. So that's very good for them to improve their immunity. Okay. The immune cells can work better. There's better circulation that happens because of their energy levels, because of their exercise. Okay, they can do walking, skipping. You can let them play with the hula loop, steps, dance, kids yoga. So all of this is very, very good. And sorry, I think I missed one point. Just give me a second. There is one important point. The last point that we need to talk about is social connections and positivity. Okay, so involve your child in your family talks, happy talks. Make sure there's all positive environment. Whenever you all are talking and sitting and talking, there's no shouting or anything happening. Indulge in your child's favorite hobby. Make this practice, which I personally do it with me and Hussaina, all of us, gratitude 3 per day. So what we do is we offer a gratitude for 3 things in the day that happened. So we say thank you God for so and so, so and so. Thank you God for so and so, so and so. So this creates a very good habit in your child, that the habit of gratitude, and it makes the child more positive towards life, a positive attitude towards everybody, and that positivity will improve your child's immunity. Okay, so make sure these are very, very little minute things, but then if we take care of this, we are taking care of a lot of other things in life ahead. Okay, so this brings me to an end of this session. And before we take the question and answer, I would just inform you all for a very, very good VKids collaboration that we have done with Mona ma'am and Diva ma'am. So I wanted all of you to benefit out of this. Okay, so as the topic is about immunity, if I am also into diet consultations, online consultations currently that are going on over a phone call, and the diet, completely personalized, customized diet is given over a phone call, and the diet is sent to you via email or WhatsApp, whatever is comfortable. So there's customized meal planning, review of your blood reports if you've done anything, review of your oil and milk consumption at home, discussion on your exercise schedule, and any health issues if are, they are all discussed, and then your diet plan is planned. Okay, so my actual cost for a session is 1,800, but because of the VKID collaboration where you all are here and you all are listening to us, all of us, if you guys want to avail this offer, the offer is only for 1,400. This offer is only for till tomorrow, Monday night, late night, and I will be posting the payment link on the chat and the group that we are on. So anybody who wants to just take the session can click on the link, do the payment, let me know. I will then call on a convenient time for both of us, and we'll have a session separately. Okay, and this brings me to an end, and a very, very big thank you to all of you for being so supportive and you're listening to me for so long. I will then answer all your queries. You can get back to me also personally or on any of these numbers or email ID. You can also follow my social handles, like them. So you'll keep getting a lot of updates, regular health related updates only. It'll be YouTube links, it could be video links or messages. And in case if you want to stay in the group, you can, because I will be posting a lot of health related information on that group. We are not going to stop the group. So it's up to you. If you want to receive this, you can stay in the group. And now we take all the questions. Can you please, okay, sorry, can you please share your Instagram handle? Yes, I will. I will share all my handles over here. Is muesli and milk a good breakfast option for kids? Very, very good option, because muesli has carbohydrates, which gives your child the energy, and it has nuts, if I'm not wrong. So there are a lot of flavors also available. So muesli has nuts, which again is very beneficial for your child. So muesli is a very good option. How to include nachni in the diet? So people make a lot of nachni laddus. You can make nachni rab, which is with milk. So milk also, the protein goes, nachni becomes very good in calcium. So you can take a little ghee, saute the nachni, add little jaggery and milk to it, and your nachni rab is ready. You can also make khara nachni. I have not tried, but I have heard from a client of mine. She had made, जैसे हम उपमा कैसे बनाते हैं, so वैसे instead of the rava, she added nachni. Fruit should be eaten empty stomach or best time to eat. So it depends. Fruit is usually a mid-meal option between the breakfast and the lunch, or between the lunch and the evening snack. But empty stomach, it depends. If I'm talking about the elders, if any one of us have acidity issues, terrible acidity issues, do not have fruit on an empty stomach. Otherwise, you can have it. Can jaggery be used in milk? Yes, why not? So you're not mixing it together, but yeah, you're sauteing the rava or the nachni first in ghee, and then you're adding a little jaggery to it, a little water to it, and then milk comes in last. Riansh is very cold pro, means cold and cough is frequent. How to get rid of this? So the ginger, honey and turmeric works wonders almost for everybody. Please try that 2 times in the day, once in the morning, once in the night. Sorry. Okay, next question. Nowadays pediatricians has mixed reviews and does not encourage more for milk. What is your opinion about full weather beneficial for child's health? So, in terms of having milk, there are a lot of mixed reviews. Who's this? Mr. Aram Gaikwad. So, what happens is if your child is, say, lactose intolerant or something, it's a different question altogether to take milk or no. But otherwise, milk is very good. It's like a whole protein for your child. You can take milk as milk products also. So, cheese, curd, you can take paneer. So if milk as milk does not suit, so I'll talk about Husaina. Husaina ko milk as milk nahi suit karta hai. She, there's issue. She just goes to the potty again and again after that. So in any other form, it's okay. So then I make faluda. You can make faluda out of it and give that. The one that you set in the fridge and you give like a custard. You can make custard and give. So any other form you can give. Yes, why not? Anybody else? Anyone? Any other questions? Mixed reviews. Great. One thing, he's also allergy pro. Is there any remedy? So it's not research based, but it's just as a mother that I'm telling you that black pepper powder, just a pinch of it in honey, and that works for allergy. I have done it, tested it, so that's what I'm telling you. But there is no research based on that. So just with caution that I'm telling you. Okay. Anybody? Anything else? I'm loving this. I mean, the questions that are popping up, it seems that, wow, it's very interactive. Fine. Chaitanya likes to eat sweets and not anything sour or salty. So how much sweet should be given to a kid of a 5-year-old? So this is very, very generic. I'm so sorry. What happens is, it's not that there is no specific quantity of sweet to be given, but what happens is, if you've heard of worms, so worms, they love sweet. So the more sweet you give, the child is very worm prone. Then you need a deworming to be done, and etc., etc. So make sure that you're reducing the frequency and the quantity gradually for the child. And otherwise, just you can give any sweet, that's okay, but there is no quantity specific to the child. Yes, the black pepper and honey is good. Even I do the same for my little one. Thank you. Because of lockdown, many ingredients are not easily available. Your meal plan will have easily available items. Absolutely, it will. I am doing that also currently. So my online consultations are on, and I have to plan according to what is available. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Black pepper and honey has to be given in the morning. Yes, once in the morning. Just try with 1 teaspoon first, see for a few days, and then you can give another teaspoon in the evening if required. Otherwise, one is okay. Great. Lovely. Anything else? Anybody? Oh, yes, another quick update, since I'm into a lot of webinars. I have done a lot of webinars earlier also on Ramzan and all of that. So one on weight loss is coming on the 28th of May. Anyone who wants to join in, please let me know. I will send you the link and everything, how to go about it. All the other details will be shared later on. Oh, thank you. Most welcome. Anybody, anything else? Okay, before I forget, let me share the social handles so all of you can get. I will be sharing them on the group as well, so don't worry. Yeah, I think I better share it on the group because all of these handles have come upar niche, upar niche. That's my Insta handle for the person who wanted. Okay, great. Anybody, anything else, or we can wrap it up? Please let me know. That's the link to the personalized immunity program.
We'll put it up in the group.
Yes, I will. I will. Don't worry.
So everything's done. Everyone wants to ask
Yes.
anything. Nowadays, we are very concerned about our kids' eating habits, and they don't eat. You have to run behind them. They don't eat this. They don't eat that. So yeah, hope you'll do these innovative ideas of cooking, and she gave wonderful ideas.
I just hope you guys liked it. That's it. I have a 15-year-old daughter. How can I increase height? So increase the protein intake during the day throughout. Make sure that every meal has protein and indulge in exercises which involve a lot of pulling. So that really helps for the child. Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Most welcome. Yes, one more favor. We'll need your feedback, everybody. Make sure that you're giving your feedback, positive, negative, whatever. I'll just share a form. Quickly just fill it up. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.